Hello, everybody. My name is STERWiN, and I want to welcome you to my brand new YouTube gaming channel. This is my single player vanilla Minecraft series. As you can see, we've decided to set up in this jungle here. We're going to have a base kind of up there, maybe a little bit. But as you can see, I've already kind of done some stuff with the place. Mainly because I know with any new Minecraft series that sometimes it can be kind of boring to watch people go through the basics, the very beginning. So I went ahead and did all of that for you so that we don't have to worry about it. Now, this is not my original spawn. In fact, we actually spawned in a mesa biome. Blech. Yeah, so that wasn't exactly the greatest place to start. Look, it's getting dark. Better run and use the bed real quick. Yeah, I mean, we may do some big farms and some automated things there. Come on, let me sleep. So that we can take advantage of the spawn chunks and whatnot a little later on in the series. But for now, we're going to go ahead and set up here. I've got plenty of ideas for this area and whatnot. So yeah, I figured I might give you a quick walkthrough of what I've got going on so far. It's not a whole lot, but since I already did some stuff without you guys, I figured why not? So over here, we have a very complex sheep farm. These fences kind of hold them in so they don't run all over the place. In this box, I usually keep some wheat so I can breed them, but I'm running a little low on wheat. Well, here anyway. I should probably just move some over. Haven't had a real need for wool, though. So, yeah. Over here, where we started the video, we've got a little patio kind of thing. I'm thinking maybe like a little umbrella, something kind of more tropical sort of thing. With some benches and, basically just kind of an aesthetic thing. But underneath, as you may have seen through the leaves here, it actually doubles as a farm for food. So we go down here, and voila. And obviously, with this many chickens, I've got 2 sets of them, you get a lot of eggs. So that's one kind of flaw with this. Basically, just every once in a while, I clear it out and go and dispose of the eggs. And then in here, we've got cows that neatly organize themselves into corners until you start to breed them. Here's where all my wheat is. I'll just show you what happens when you breed them. All of the babies decide to go everywhere. So you can just kind of reach up from underneath here, and there they go. So you just hit all these corners a little bit. And yeah, that's also why I keep my friendly mobs sound way down, because you can just kind of hear it there. So yeah, basically I've just got 3 layers of water here with signs underneath so that all of the drops can fall through, but it's still enough water that they can't reach all the way down here. And then up top there, we've got all of the half slabs that covered up. And everything falls into these hoppers and funneled into these 2 chests on either side. Sometimes we get squids spawning in there, and they kind of just fall out and die. But yeah, so that is where I've been getting my food from. Over here, this is where I kind of started the whole thing. I found this area, and I kind of knew that I wanted to build up there and maybe across the trees and stuff and have kind of a tree village or something going on. But to start out, I just kind of built a little hole here and then expanded it and everything. And over here, I decided to do the good old CoStar 3x3 mine. So, yeah, that's where all the mining and stuff is. That's basically been my camp of operations for the life of this world so far. Eventually, a lot of that stuff will get moved to other places throughout this area, but for now, that's where it's all at down there. Down here is something that we'll be working on in a future episode, a little bit later on, but we'll get to that here in a few episodes. So let's go ahead and fall down here real quick. So this is not the final version, obviously. I just kind of wanted to get some shapes and stuff down in cobblestone and, you know, really ratty storage room, just kind of chests everywhere, totally unorganized, the whole 9 yards. Bedroom with all my valuables. And then on each of these 3 sides are going to be long branch mines. As you can see, I've already kind of started down here. Most of my valuables, however, have come from caving on the way over here because we're about 1,000 blocks out from true spawn. So, yeah, we ran into a few caves on the way. This room is probably going to be some sort of almost maybe dwarven-esque, like fire pit, somewhere where we can smelt ores and all of that good stuff. So that's what's going on there. Wheat farm over here. We got some sugar cane and some cocoa beans growing here. So yeah, that's that. Then we've got this really long ladder that takes forever to go up. So I guess while we're waiting for that, I can tell you a little bit about my plan for this series. I'm hoping that, you know, we can do some building and some stuff that, you know, we'll make some functional stuff. We'll make some aesthetic stuff. I kind of like to do a little bit of everything in that regard. So, what I really like to do is figure out ways that I can make aesthetic buildings functional, even though they may not be the most efficient as possible. But, you know, at least everything serves some sort of function. So, yeah. So my plan for today, since a lot of times in beginning Minecraft LPs, you get a lot of, you know, very basic stuff like I was talking about in the intro. I figured that we could go ahead and do some building and go ahead and start on a redstone contraption. Very simple one, but one nonetheless. So obviously we are in the middle of an isolated jungle, and every village, if you will, in the middle of a jungle needs power. And so in order to do that, we're going to build a self-sustaining charcoal maker. Well, you have to insert the logs, but after that, it smelts the charcoal and then feeds it right back into the furnace. So we're actually going to do that right up here. I'm going to clear out some of this area here, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, welcome back everybody. As you can see, I've kind of cleared out this space right in here. And so basically the way this farm is going to work is I'll kind of build a platform out here where we can grow some trees, and then you bring those logs in here and you'll put them into a chest that's right here, and basically when they go in that chest they'll be put into a furnace and then smelted into into charcoal and then sent through the system back into another chest and then back into the furnace to smelt more charcoal. So eventually, once we get all the hoppers and everything filled up, we should start collecting some charcoal over here. The reason that I do this, and not just use regular coal that I find during caving and branch mining and whatnot, is that I feel like the coal blocks are very valuable as building blocks. And so I like to reserve them for that use and not just making torches and stuff like that. So, yeah. So to build this, we basically, other than this one chest that goes right here, it's basically this little 2x3 pattern. It's 2x3x4, so it's very compact in its design, which is nice. So we'll go ahead and hollow out this space here, and we'll start from the bottom. Oh, didn't necessarily need to do that. I actually forgot my stone bricks. So this is a trick that I learned from Etho, watching some of his videos. He almost always puts stone bricks underneath his redstone. Since I'm kind of digging back in through here in my cave, you know, it's nice to know if I've got redstone on something that, you know, I put it on some stone bricks so that it's noticeable from the other side. So basically we've got a little 4x4 pattern and one of those right there. Then we need a comparator going into that block there. A bit of redstone dust here and a repeater going into here. So then we've got a couple of droppers. These droppers are just going to be facing upward right here. And then we've got a hopper that faces into this bottom dropper, and we put the furnace right here. So what that's going to do is basically whenever the logs are finished smelting and they turn into charcoal, they'll be sucked out by this hopper into this dropper, and when they go through this hopper, it's going to activate this comparator and then power this block here, which powers this redstone, into this repeater, and this repeater is going to update both of these droppers, which are going to shoot the item upward. Then we will put a couple of chests, which I also left over here. Let's see, there we go. So we've got a couple of chests that are going to go right here. This is important, I kind of forgot this here. This hopper is going to go right into there. Well, actually I should probably put this furnace going the other direction now that I think about it, so it'll go into the back of the furnace. Details. Oh goodness. Okay, there it is. Furnace, where are you? There you are. Okay, and that furnace is going to be right there. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and cobble this back up. And we'll put dirt there. And so, yeah, then this hopper is going to take stuff out of this chest, the charcoal that goes into this chest, and feed it back into the furnace there. So then we need this hopper to go into the chest like so. And then that dropper, when it's updated, is going to put the charcoal in this hopper and then feed it into this chest where it's going to be taken back out there and go back into the furnace. And that's basically the mechanics of how this farm is intended to work. The only thing left to do for the actual redstone part of it is to put a hopper going in there and then a couple chests on top here so that we actually have something to put our stuff in, or put our logs into. Then the last thing that I like to do with a build like this is make sure that I've got a way that I can actually access the redstone. Especially on something like this where we're dealing with hoppers and droppers, and we never know exactly where stuff is going to be, just in case it gets clogged or jammed or anything like that. So by making this little deal here, we can kind of get in and access all of the components of this. And yeah, just to be able to, maintain it as we go. And then just put a few ladders on this wall here so that we can get up. All right, so now we have some, well, I'll leave that for now. Now we've got our farm all built up. In fact, let's go ahead and get it started here. I got some spruce wood. Let's see, we'll just throw a couple of these planks in to fuel it. So the logs will go in there, the fuel goes in there, and then we hop down here, and this furnace starts going. And as soon as this is done, we'll see it go there. And right now it should be in one of these hoppers. Uh-oh. What's going on? Here's what it is. Silly me. We should put this repeater on a 4-tick delay. So if we go ahead and do that and put some of that back in there, let's see if that's working now. If it is, as soon as this is done, after about 4 or 5 ticks, it should pop up back to 3. All right. And so that basically just keeps going. All right. Now I would like to do a little bit of building. I was thinking maybe doing some sort of maybe jungle hut or something around here that would look nice, maybe out of some birch wood or something like that. So yeah, I'll maybe come up with a little bit of something and come back to you in just a moment. All right, so we're back. As you can see, I just did a little simple hut here. It is kind of bland. Stepping back and looking at it, it's kind of bland, very simple. I'm not too happy with these corners, but let's go ahead and take a look inside real quick. Maybe a window or something here, possibly. Maybe something like, oh, not like that. No, give me that back. Okay. Maybe something along those lines, some little window like that we would be able to see the house out of eventually, maybe. No, give me that back. But yeah, this little thing here with the trap doors, this is actually something I learned watching BOO, is that zombies can't actually get through this gap with the trap door here. So effectively this hut is indeed zombie proof, unless of course they come barreling over the top or something, which with the 1.9 zombies they will find a way to do. But yeah, so we got our chest here that we just put the logs into. We got a trapdoor here so we can access the leftover charcoal, and we got a little trapdoor here so that we can go in and check out the redstone. And as you can see, we've got all of our charcoal has been made and then put back into the furnace, just waiting for more logs. I'm starting to run a little bit long on this episode, longer than I'd like to, but I will take a look at these corners and see if I can't work something out and make something look a little bit better. But yeah, I'll be right back. All right, so I did a little bit of building off screen, and as you can see, I kind of built these corners up a little bit, made them a little bit thicker. Adds a little bit more depth to the build, I feel like. I filled in this gap here because I was a couple fences short before. And yeah, so this is starting to look a little bit better. It's still not quite where I want it, so I may take a look at it in between episodes. But, like I said in the last clip, I am running a little bit long, so I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode here. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe if you'd like more of my content. I'm planning on doing much more than just Minecraft. I've got a couple Pokemon Let's Plays planned, and some other games that I've found that I've quite enjoyed. So hopefully you'll stick around for some of that other stuff. But yeah, also feel free to leave comments down below letting me know how I can improve not only this build, but some suggestions for other builds around the area, or just in general for this series. I want to try and make it as interactive as possible. So yeah, any input that you guys can put into the comments section would be amazing. So yeah, I guess I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode here, and I'll catch you guys a little later on.